Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the World Speaker Mentorship Launch. This is Kinkus, and I hope you can hear me and see me okay. I'm in casual attire today. For that, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay as we get ourselves started here. And we're going to be taking at our mentorship program today and how to get the most out of the program. If you're joining us, you're new to the mentorship program, which is awesome. Chris is saying sound a bit squeaky. Okay, great. So let me know, Stevie. We're breaking up a little bit. All right, let's try this. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because primarily I'm going to take you through the website. So I just want to make sure that you can just hear me. That's the most important thing. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me okay? If you can, that's great. It'll make it a little bit easier. And I'm going to take you through our mentorship program today and show you how to get the most out of it. As you joined us recently in London, that's great. Good. Teresa, awesome. Great. Chris, okay, great. We will check as to why you didn't get the link, but that is exactly why we are doing this call. Looking over to the shows. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring up our membership site. Primarily, what I want you to be seeing is our membership sites. And then we're gonna actually have you look at how this program works on there. So let me get that loaded up here and we're gonna get going. Let me know if you can see the membership site. That's the most important thing. Can you see the membership site and hear me? Can you see the members site and hear me? If so, we are in good shape, at least for this webinar. I'll come back on at the end and we can do some Q&A. Chris says yes, great. Stephanie says yes. Connie says hi there. Okay, thanks, Connie. Great. Okay, so I think we're at least at a place where we can see what we need to see. First of all, welcome to the call, and welcome to the Global Mentorship Program. We're very excited to be working with you. We're very proud of you for what it takes to be part of a program that's going to really grow you as a person and grow you as a business. This mentorship program is going to be a journey for you to really grow your business and really grow yourself. That's how it works. Now, in this call, we just like to do a quick call here. This will be about 30 minutes or so, where I introduce you to some of the key aspects of the program and talk about how you can get the most out of this program. We want to make sure that you understand that, because it is a program with great depth and great opportunity, and if you use it wisely, you'll get massive impacts. If you don't, well, then it'll be kind of a waste of your time. But let's assume you're going to use it with massive impacts. Okay, so let me take you through the membership site. You should have already gotten a login. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure if you got a login yet to the membership site. Let me know if you got a login, because we just did the event and we're actually doing this Jumpstart webinar relatively quickly to get you going quickly. But the reality is we normally wait a little bit longer for you to get all the logins and the passwords and everything and get logged into these sites. Okay, great. So Stephanie got yours, Connie got yours. Teresa said you haven't got one yet. You might want to just check your junk mail, your spam then. If others have gotten it, you should have gotten it also. In which case, if you haven't gotten it, just write. If you're ever missing anything or you have any questions, you're going to write to our mentorship at industryrockstar.com, rockstar.com. And you can ask our mentorship at industryrockstar.com team. They're our client services team for our mentorship students globally. We have about 2,000 students globally that we mentor every year. And so we have a whole team that's focused on making sure you have everything that you need for the mentorship program. So if you ever need anything, you're just going to email the mentorship at industryrockstar.com email address. We've got 3 client services teams that are on it, so you should get pretty fast responses. Okay. Of course, I'm going to give you direct access to how you can reach the senior advising team. So if for any reason you have anything, then you'll if you ever need anything, you can always reach directly out to us. Okay. Now, you don't need to be worried about anything, Teresa or Connie or anything. There's nothing to worry about. Let's just make sure if you haven't received anything or any communication or anything, or if you didn't receive the invites to this webinar, let's just make sure that you're properly in the database. We've got your proper information. That's part of why we do this. Reach out to the mentorship team. Just say, hey, I didn't receive X, Y, or Z. I just want to confirm my information, make sure I'm getting things, make sure I'm in your database correctly, and they'll get everything sorted so that going forward, everything gets worked out. If for any reason you're not getting responses, I'm going to give you the way to contact us directly, so no worries, okay? All right, so let's start taking a look at this. If you haven't gotten access to this yet, I'm going to take you through it. There wasn't that much to do with it anyway, so don't worry, you didn't miss much. And if you did get access, let me take you through how to do this. First of all, you're going to just log in. Nice and simple. You'll have your login. And when you get in here, you're going to see a bunch of things. Now, something that I always like to say is you don't even know what you got when you enrolled in this thing, which is exciting because this is where I start to show you what you really got and how extraordinary it is. So let's start taking a look. The membership site is your main hub. It's kind of your main area. And it is the main hub of which we work with our students throughout the year. It's where all of our trainings go. It's where all of our calls are posted. It's where all of our live events information is posted. So it's your main hub. It's the place you want to focus for your mentorship. Okay. Under here, we'll start with the Jumpstart menu. Under this Jumpstart webinar, you've got a Jumpstart webinar here that takes you through the entire program in case you ever forget how to use the program or how to get the most out of it. This is the video you're going to come back to. It's this video. It's the one that we're running through right now. And it is going to give you an overview of the whole program so that you always have this. This always lives on the membership site. In fact, everything we do gets recorded and lives on the membership site. So you can't miss anything at all. You can review stuff. It never goes away. You can review it. You get access to this for the rest of your lives. So anytime we're adding new programs, new interviews, new audios, new whatevers, new live events, everything on here is stored for you forever. So you've got it forever. It's like a university that you can always go back to. Okay. And that video right here, this is the one we're going through right now. This particular one was delivered by Alessia. And there you have it. Next, a couple of other overview videos. This is a video called The 5 Important Fears of Business Owners and the 7 Fundamental Questions for a Successful Business. We would love you to go through this. It's a 40-minute video. It's a very interesting video. And we talk about how business owners, entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, trainers, whatever you are in your business, they often focus on the wrong things. And we want to focus you on the right things. So often business owners are focused on the wrong things. They're afraid of 5 things like, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I credible enough? Things that actually don't make a difference in success of a business. And we find that a lot of business owners actually focus on the wrong things, and then they spend their days solving the wrong problems only to end up failing, not because they don't deserve to have success. Every single person can easily have entrepreneurial success, but because they're focused on the wrong things. If you're trying to cook, I don't know, a meal, but you're focused on doing your taxes, you're not going to get the meal done. And then the meal's not going to be very good. And it's not because you're not capable of cooking a good meal. It's because you're focused on the wrong things. So go through that. It's worth it. And the bottom here is a little overview of marketing as well. Naturally, marketing is a key function of every business. Visibility, getting leads and opportunities. This is a key function. And there is the 5 major divisions of how marketing works out in the world. Social media, lead generation, funnels online, brand communications, database architecture. We take you through it. It's just an interesting video. It's only 22 minutes long. It's a good overview on marketing. Okay. Next, we're going to skip over the Meet Kane and Alessia. That page is there in case you bring a partner into the program, a business partner that wasn't at the event. They can get to know who we are. Let's get into the mentorship guidelines. Under the mentorship guidelines, there's 3 trainings under here. One is a very specific roadmap as to how to utilize the mentorship program and get the most out of it. It is even more specific than the video we're doing here. And sometimes we had talked to students and they said, we went through everything, but we're just not really crystal clear on what do we do first, second, and third in the program. Now, I'm going to give that to you on this call. But just in case, this is another audio that you have that shows you exactly how to navigate the program first, second, and third. What do you do first, second, third? Okay. And you can go through that. Next, Kevin Pates, our Director of Mentorship. wanted to give you a little video on how to get your most from your private calls. How do you get the most out of your private calls and prepare for your private calls? So you can certainly do that. He even gave you a preparation sheet for your private calls. And last is working with our brand communications, our marketing team. So if you're in the platinum, diamond, or rockstar tier levels, you're going to be working with our team. And so we want to make sure that you are prepared about how to work with a creative team that's external from your company. We even give you an intake form that you should use before you start working on your social media or your websites with them. And this is like a 15-minute audio on how to work directly with our teams. We have 5 internal teams. One of them is overseen by our creative director named Elliot. And you'll probably be working with Elliot at least on your website. But it depends whether you're e-commerce or if you're a speaker or so forth. So you might be working with someone else on our team. We've got 5 internal teams. And it just depends on what you're working on in the stage of your business. And we will go through all that in the first Jumpstart calls with you. Okay, that's the Jumpstart menu. Just some overviews on how to work with the teams and work in the program. I recommend you go through all this. It's very valuable. It'll take you, I don't know, maybe an hour, 2 hours, and it'll give you a lot of structure as to how to get the most out of the program, even more so than what I'm training you in here. Next, the trainings tab. Here's some of the fun. Here's all the different categories of how to build your business. And it's organized in problem solution set. So if you're having problems with clarity around what to do in your business, we've got a whole training for you on that. If you're looking to generate leads, we've got a separated in between business to consumer lead generation and business to business lead generation. We've got trainings under both. If you're looking to get more visibility, we've got trainings under branding, how to build your books, how to create media for your company. Under sales, we've got things like sales and negotiation trainings. We've got a cash fairy training that Alessia put together. Under speaking, we've got our speaker trainings. Under leverage and automation, we've got a lot of digital marketing trainings, marketing funnel, social media, traffic, webinars, raising capital, public relations, certification programs, corporate programs, that whole thing. Under impact and influence, we've got NLP trainings, how to use NLP in your business, marketing and sales. And then we've got how to actually even become a coach, because a lot of our students are interested in becoming coaches. If you're not, don't worry about that one. It's not a big deal for you. And we're constantly adding things. In fact, we're working right now on a little training on how to do market research for your company and come up with a proper value proposition based upon the market research. So we're constantly adding trainings to this. We've been adding trainings to this for 15 years. And it's pretty developed. You've got, I think, about 300 or 400 hours of training on here. Go through it. And you don't need to go through it linearly, right? When we do our first calls together, we will talk about what trainings you want to go through. I can tell you that since you probably are interested in speaking and presenting, the 90-Day Stage Closer Challenge is a wonderful training for you to go through. It's all of the training and the secrets behind how we create our platform presentations for sales, or even if we can't sell, how do you sell without selling? So that's all under the 90-Day Stage Closer Challenge. It's a great program. It's divided into 3 parts. One part is how to find speaking engagements to speak. Number 2 is how to develop your presentation. And number 3 is how to deliver it with impact. So that's under the trainings category. Okay, pretty awesome. Under bonuses, we give you a bunch of bonus training programs that just didn't fit in anywhere particular. The Revenue Accelerator is a program when you need to figure out how to get more money out of your business because something has changed or shifted. The markets have shifted, technology's come along and changed the industry or whatever. We give you a 6-month program on how to get more money out of your business really quickly. We also give you the assessments. Now, here's the assessments. Now, you would have received a link to this already. Let me know if you received a link to this already. Did you already get an assessment link? And if you did, that's good to know, because this is where you're going to really start with your mentorship program. So the mentorship program starts with a series of 3 assessments. And your 3 assessments are your business growth assessment, your strategy assessment, your marketing assessment, and your sales assessment. How do you feel and how are you in relationship to these things? Okay, Teresa says yes. Stephanie says yes. Great. So step number 1 for your mentorship program, just to be really clear, step number 1, fill out your assessments. Now, Connie says, yes, lots of work and in-depth thinking needed. Yes, you're going to notice that we are a pretty in-depth kind of training company. Now, this is a self-directed mentorship program, but we are totally here for you. So you're going to need to be active You're going to need to be initiators and activators. That means you're going to need to initiate calls. You're going to need to initiate if you need any help. You're going to need to reach out. We are a global company. We have 2,000 students we mentor around the planet. We're very, very effective at it. And the one thing we require of our students is that you reach out when you need help. You reach out when you need something. You reach out when you need whatever. And this is called activation, initiation. You're going to need to initiate. So if you're someone who kind of hangs back and you don't initiate, you're going to need to do that in order to get this program to work for you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is activate by filling out the assessments. And then you're going to need to send in the assessments to the mentorship@industryrockstar.com email address. Our team will then, they put your assessments into your file. We've got a special file for each and every one of you that we keep notes on. And it'll go into your file so that whomever is working with you, all the mentors that are working with you, they have access to your assessments, especially in the early calls are going to be important. As you go through the calls, they're going to become, re-strategized and you're going to grow in them. But we need to know where you're at now in order to know how to take you to where you want to go. The present state and the past is just as important as the future, so that we can understand where you're at so we know where you need to go to. Just like a GPS unit, which is really what we are. We are some of the world's most advanced GPS units around business. In order to know how to get you to where you want to go, we have to know where you are. If we don't know where you are, we don't know the fastest route to get you to where you want to go. These assessments give us the where you are. On here, we've given you a PDF, an interactive PDF if you like that, or we've given you a Word doc if you prefer that. And then some extra stuff that's just fun, like a revenue planning worksheet if you want to start to look at how to plan your revenue for the year. If not, we're going to talk about that on the calls. Kevin Pates likes to talk about that, planning. The second one is your marketing assessment. You've got a PDF, you've got a Word doc, however you like to work. Then we give you some other fun stuff. We give you an infographic on all the areas of marketing that you can be doing things with to be generating leads. And then we even give you each channel and how to measure the success of each channel, because many people don't know how to measure the success of marketing. Under your sales assessment, it's a little bit more straightforward. We've got the PDF and the Word doc, and we want to know how comfortable you are in sales, one-on-one and one-on-many. And then we give you a video, about a 1-hour video on each one, where we take you through every single question and we explain why we're asking it. You do not need to watch the videos if you feel comfortable understanding why we're asking a question on the assessment. If you're confused by the question, then just jump into the video and you can just go right there. You don't need to watch 3 hours of assessment videos. If you would like to, go for it. I mean, a lot of people love understanding the depth and going through everything that we give them. If it's fun, do it. If it's not, skip it. The most important thing here is momentum. So if you feel like these assessments are taking you a long time, skip them. Get on the calls. All right, we'd love to have them. We'd love you to be thought-provoking with them. I can tell you that our students that take them seriously, they say that these assessments themselves provide massive value in the program, and the assessments themselves give them an entire perspective on where they're strong and where they're weak. So go through them, but if they're slowing you down, if they feel overwhelming, if you're not sure how to answer a question, just skip it. Skip something. Move on. Always make sure you're staying strong in the momentum category. Remember, we are getting a plane off the ground here, and that means you need to hustle. The biggest amount of work for a plane is in the takeoff. That means you're going to expel the most energy, effort, gas, metaphorically. You don't need to actually expel gas. So that's a whole other conversation. And you're going to expel the most amount of effort. You're going to hustle the most at the beginning. Once the plane is up in the air, it can kind of relax a little bit more and cruise. But of course, if it turns its engines off, then it's going to coast down to the ground. So you can't ever turn the engines off. You're always going to be hustling. The more you hustle, the faster you're going to go. If you increase the engine speed, you're going to get to your destination faster. So just remember, the metaphor of a plane is really very appropriate for what we're doing here. Okay, so the number one thing to do, step number one, is to fill out the assessments and get them back to us. From there, there's some other things here. We've got the 7 acts. This is a cool program that we've got that just shows you 7 things that we think are really important around being successful. 7 things like using stop losses, getting feedback systems in place, playing monthly games, leveraging your time, all that stuff. You can enjoy that. We also have our books and ebooks on here. And let's go to the additional support page. Now, the additional support page is a page that has all sorts of stuff that we didn't know what to do with because we get requested from time to time to do things for our students or train them in things, but they're very random. Like, hey, how do I network to higher profile people? How do I create a sales webinar that works? How do I create a brand style guide? Now, some of the things probably could have been put under our trainings, but anyways, we put them here. Marketing planning tools, ways to plan your targets for the year, some calls that we've done with students where we put them up here. How to create a group presentation in 20 minutes. Our current technology list that we use. How to meet and court high-profile people. What else? How to create content in general. How to become a content creator. High-converting sales webinars. High-converting landing pages. Video sales syntax. Video sales letters. All that kind of stuff. Testimonial formats. Things that, I don't know. We just threw them in different places. Our meditation routines. Sleep support stuff, just stuff that's more like health stuff or stuff that's related or outlines for stuff. All here under bonuses, under additional support. Super cool page. Check it out. Let's look under the live elements. There are 4 live elements. One is the private coaching calls. Now, the private coaching calls, you're going to start with me. So the second step is to get connected to me online and to schedule your first call after you've turned in your assessments, okay? One quick note, not that you're going to be ready next week, but next week we're going to be taking a quick holiday. So next week, before December, you guys don't start anyways. You don't start anyways until I think December 1st or even January 1st. I don't remember when it starts. But anyways, I know we don't start in November. Next week we're going to be on holiday for 1 week with the kids, so we're not going to be doing any calls next week. Anyways, outside of that, just note that we've got the Skypes right here. Here's my Skype. Here's Alessia's Skype. Here's Kevin's Skype. If we scroll down a little bit, you got Corey's Skype. Okay, other trainers, you may or may not. You met Johnny. You may not know Geeta or Vince. Kevin, it's okay. These are all coaches at our company. We've got about a dozen. All of our tech advisors and so forth. All of our information is here. If you ever need us, you're going to go right here. Right away, you should connect to me. Right away, you should connect to Kevin. If you want, right away, connect to Alessia. Right away, connect to Corey. Okay, right away. Get these connections done. Get yourself connected to us on Skype. And what that's going to do is allow you to always have access if you have any questions. Okay. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to do the first call with you. So step number 1 is get your assessments in. Step number 2, I'm going to write this in the chat window. Step 1, get your assessments into the mentorship email. Step number 2 is to schedule your first Jumpstart call with Kane, okay, at Kane Minkus on Skype. I manage all of our calls and all of our communication on Skype, so please do it on Skype. When you do it, if you haven't already, because I know I asked you to connect with me already, so you might have already connected with me. If you haven't, make sure you drop in the place you registered, and the city you live in, especially if it's in a different time zone. Now, Connie asked Skype or Messenger Teams also. I think that's MS. So Connie, Skype is the way we manage everything. So really you want to be on Skype. I don't check my Messenger as frequently as I check my Skype. I check my Skype every day, 12 times a day. So make sure you're doing that. Even if you've communicated with us on Messenger before the events, that's not the place to focus. Focus on Skype. Johannes asks, how do we schedule the Jumpstart call? Great question. Johannes, you're going to Skype me and say, hi, I'm ready for my first Jumpstart call. I've handed in my assessments and I've gotten all the finances managed. Everything's ready to go. And I go, great. And then I'm going to suggest some times, usually about 7 to 10 days after that message pops up. So just know that it's going to take about 7 to 10 days to schedule your first Jumpstart call with me. Occasionally, I have earlier availability, but just plan 7 to 10 days. So if you wrote me today, for example, although you guys don't really actually start until I think December 1st. So don't plan on scheduling really before December 1st, but that's okay. That's in like, I don't know, 9 days anyways, or 10 days. Get your assessments done. Start going through some of the membership site and things. Ping me, I don't know, around December 1st or so. Pinging me, meaning get on Skype and write me. And say, I'm ready to schedule my first Jumpstart call. And you will hear back from me within 24, 48 hours max. And I will give you a couple of times. I might say to you, what's better for you? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What do you like? I don't do calls on the weekends because we have 3 young kids and I like to spend my weekends with the kids. If you are in Europe, which you probably are if you're on this call, you're going to want to, I'm going to schedule with you. If I'm in the States, I'll schedule with you probably around 6 o'clock or later your time. If that doesn't work for you, I'm circumnavigating the globe almost every month. In January, in December, I'll be back in the Middle East. In January, we'll be in the Middle East. In February, I think we'll be back in Europe. So if that doesn't work for you, then we can always wait until I'm in a different time zone a couple weeks later, and we can do it earlier in your day. Usually doesn't take long before I'm in a different time zone. It's very, very, very common I'm in a different time zone. Right. Let's see, where are we on that? So going back to the membership site, that's the private calls. Next, the live online Facebook forum. You should have already received a link to the Facebook forum. Have you received a link to the Facebook forum? If you have, let me know. If not, you can click on this and you can join the Facebook forum. There's only one, and it is only for our membership students, or mentorship students, rather. Okay, great. Make sure you've applied for it. What I'll do here is let's go into Facebook, and we'll go to the membership site, which is the Global Mentorship. That should come right up. And this is an amazing community. As you can see, it's got just under 2,000 members on it. Not everybody's on the Facebook group for whatever reason. And when you request to join it, if you haven't already, you're going to pop up here. We're going to go in here, and it asks you to answer a couple of questions. Okay, like Chris says, when did you register? And then the team can go into our database, make sure that you are indeed a mentorship student, and assuming that you are, then you are accepted into the community, and then you're on the community, and you get all sorts of posts as to what's going on. You can ask any sorts of questions. You're going to see Henrietta. Of course, I think, Henrietta, you're on this call. And then, hey, offering speaking opportunities in Copenhagen. Questions like, hey, I'm doing market research. I'd like to know your opinion. She posted 2 hours ago. She already has 4 people responding. It's a very, very, very active forum, okay? Now, we ask you before you get on this forum that you actually go in here and you listen to the guidelines for posting on the forum. The forum is not a marketing and a sales forum. It is not designed for you to be marketing and lead generating. Now, I don't really care, Alessia doesn't care, but our students have asked that we don't do that, or that the community doesn't use the forum for marketing. Otherwise, you end up getting constant offers, marketing, and it just gets annoying. So it is not for marketing or sales. It is for you to ask questions, for you to get feedback. If you want to offer a real opportunity for others, like speaking, not, oh, I'm giving you a discount on my upcoming product. That'll just be removed by our team. But if there's like, hey, guys, I'm running an event and I need speakers who would like to be speaking, that's fine. That's certainly, look, it's about contributing to the community. So although you might think that your launch, and the fact that you're going to give everybody your launch, at half off, that's sales. It's different than contributing. And mostly it's for you to get answers from the community and from the mentoring team around questions that you have. It's about doing research that you couldn't do. I was on the phone this morning with a couple of our students in Berlin. They run a travel company where they're bringing Europeans to Cuba. They launched last year, and I didn't feel like they understood their customers well enough yet, so I suggested that they do some research on Europeans and their interest in traveling to Cuba and what they want. So I said, get on the Facebook forum and let people know what you're doing, and ask them, based upon your target markets, who is interested in what are the core values that's going to get them to buy and take action. So they're going to go do some market research on the Facebook forum, which I don't think they've done quite yet. But the point is that you're going to use this forum to ask questions, to share your successes, to let people know what's working, what's not working, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to get feedback from the community. You can post videos and say, what do you think of the video? Here, Violetta posted, she had 30 comments just from the last week of people giving her feedback. Okay, that kind of thing. And then we get on here, weekly. We answer questions. Here, Bernice is sharing, after 2 years of procrastinating, I finally created a lead magnet, and it works, right? Something you're going to find is that we're going to give you advice, and you're going to resist it, and you're going to resist it and resist it. And when you finally just do it, it's going to work. So that's my recommendation: is just do it. Just do it quickly and everything will work out. Okay, next, group coaching calls. We do group coaching calls every week. I do one, Alessia does one, Corey does one, and Kevin does one. That way you can get on a group coaching call every single week. The times are, we do them 10 o'clock on Tuesdays, Pacific time. That means that if you're in Europe, if you're in London, you're going to get it at 7. Actually, let me actually confirm that. Let's see, current time in London right now. Current time in London. I think we've just changed the clocks. It could be wrong. 7:30. Yeah, I think that's wrong. Actually, it's going to be 6 probably. So just know you have to. It's anchored against 10 o'clock Pacific time. So we need to just change this for the time here. Do daylight savings. That's why we say here. Due to daylight savings, call schedules will shift when the clocks change. So just make sure you check it out. It's all anchored to 10 o'clock Pacific time. And I'll have the team change it because daylight savings just changed, I think, a week or 2 ago. Anyways, so it should be at 6 o'clock London time, 7 o'clock European time, 8 o'clock Helsinki time. No, I think it's actually 6 o'clock, right? Yeah, 1 o'clock Pacific. Oh, we got it. Sorry, they did change it. I'm reading this backwards. Sorry, my fault. 6 o'clock London time, that's correct. 7 o'clock Central European time, 8 o'clock Helsinki time in Tel Aviv, 9 o'clock Dubai. Okay, that's correct. So these should be correct. So those are the times. Anyways, here's how you get on the group coaching call. You click on this link. It's the same link every time, so just store it in your calendar. And on here are the dates of the calls, okay? Now, we've got to post up the November calls. We just did these. Everything is posted, okay? Everything from that's done is posted up in here. So all the calls from all the year, they're all posted. You can access them all. And we've got the November calls that are going to go up shortly, and then all the December calls, which we do. Notice there's only 3 calls in December just due to the holidays and the way the Tuesdays fall. In the meantime, this is all the calls from 2019. If you go in here and you go into the last several years, we actually have all these calls up here from the last several years. So you can even go in and listen to all the calls from the last several years. Here we go, 2018, 2017, 16, all the way back from 2015. And every call on here is pretty brilliant. It's all Q&A. So it's all students that are asking us questions on their businesses, and we're giving them live answers. Okay, so that's all on there. You can never miss anything. Voila. Next, the live events. The live events are divided into 2 types of events. One is 3-day conferences and one are 2-day advanced courses. Let's start with the 2-day advanced courses. The 2-day advanced courses are the advanced courses that are trainings in a deep dive like branding, sales, stage presence, content design, so forth. You enrolled under the World Class Speaker Mentorship Program, which is right here. We have a straight ahead business one, and the only real difference, to be honest, is that there's more speaking training involved here, and there's a bit more digital marketing training involved here. In the meantime, you can click on this and you can find the trainings that we do on here, and typically the dates. And you can register for your trainings that are coming up that are in your program. So the next couple that we have are coming up are in Singapore, Money Mindset, Hong Kong, Sales Negotiation. Oh, these happened. These were in October. Right. So since we're nearing the end of the year, we're going to get up our new dates here shortly. Anyways, these are all the trainings that are going on in your work. So I'm actually going to be doing presentation design. Vincent is doing stuff for us all over the world now, so I do the presentation design. So there's branding and packaging, there's sales negotiation, there's money mindset, there's profit speaking, stage presence, and then presentation design, which I will be leading. And then the dates of all this stuff going on in the different territories. So you can find all the dates on here of everything that you need for all the different places. So you've got Northern Europe, you've got Central Europe, and we're going to be getting the next level of trainings on here. You entered at a time when we're kind of wrapping up the year. So we'll get the 2020 dates up there shortly so you can get prepared for everything. Okay, but this is where you're going to look for your advanced training, and you're going to be able to register for them right here by clicking on them and registering for them. You should be pre-filled in here, should be, when you log in. And also, there's a little audio here that explains what's going on in each of these trainings and why you want to be participating in them, okay? In the meantime, notice that not everything is for everyone, so you have to make sure that you know which one you are included in based upon your tiers, okay? Just make sure if you register for an event that is not in your tier, then the team will probably write you and say, we're sorry, but actually this is not part of your tier, so we're going to have to deregister you, okay? The other thing that's going on is the 3-day conferences, and we do 3-day conferences all over the world. You're welcome to come to the Start at the Top ones. You were just at a world-class speaker one, the Impact and Influence ones. We just did this one in Arizona. We do this at different times all over the world. You'll have to go in and figure out where they are, when you want to join us in one. We try to market to the territory. So if we're going to be coming back to Europe with our Start at the Top, then you can know this is what it is. Okay, here's Start at the Top for 2020, and you can figure out where we are. You just click on here and you get the events. We got one in December, we're in January, we're in Dubai, and then we're in Mexico City, and so forth, okay? And you can just register for those, all right? That's all free. You can come there as a student of ours across all these things, okay? And this gives you a little explanation. You came through our world-class speaker, so you haven't gone to our business training yet. I would recommend you come to our business training yet. Just to be very clear, you come in as a general admission student, not as a VIP. You come in as a general admission student, so if you wanted to be a VIP in the business training, you'd have to upgrade. Since there's a cost to us for food and extra rooms and things, you'd have to upgrade. But in the meantime, you can come as a general admission student and go through the whole education totally for free anywhere in the world. Okay, you can do that forever. Okay, pretty awesome, huh? Not bad. Lots of trainings, more than you even understood. You got all these 3-day trainings you can come to for free, where others pay for them. You can come to all the 2-day events that are in your membership package. The last thing that we have here on the membership site is our interviews. Throughout the year, we do interviews with our celebrity partners. We've done them with all of our partners, whether it was Les Brown, Randy Zuckerberg, Alex Mondosian, Richard Branson. There's Randy. She did a keynote for us. Vishen. We've done a bunch of events with Vishen. Lots of interviews with him. Kevin Harrington. Sean Stevenson, God rest his soul, what a beautiful man. Michelle Chong, Frank Kern, so okay, goes on and on, Howard Gardner. So anytime we do these high-profile interviews, we post them up here so you can get some insights. Here's a really cute one that Alessia did with Les Brown. I think I did one as well. It's around here somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, so enjoy these. They're really fun. They're really interesting, behind the scenes about all these different celebrities. Okay, that's the membership site. That's the mentorship program. Make sure you engage. This is a program where you need to activate and you need to initiate. I've said that many times. Please be aware of that. It is an initiation program. You have to initiate. You have to reach out to us for calls. You have to reach out to register for events. You have to understand when the calendar is. You have to take action. When you do, we are there for you always. Okay? Here's the steps in which you're going to move forward. Step number 1, I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. Finish the assessments. Okay? Step number 2, this should be obviously taken care of already, but finish any financial stuff that you need to get done. Make sure that's completed so we can get started. Okay, you should have already done that already, in fact, but just in case. In the meantime, step number 3, set up your first Jumpstart call with me, with Kane only. Don't set them up with all the coaches yet, because I may send you away to do some stuff and then may have you come back to the next coach a week or 2 later or 3 weeks later or something. You will see on the first call, okay? That is all you need to do to get started. In the meantime, step number 4, if you'd like, is to start going through the membership site, the training. Start going through the membership site. Here's a good one. Step 5. Get all the calls. Get all the calls into your calendar, all the group coaching calls for the rest of the year. And any 2-day advanced courses, and I realize we have to get up to 2020 courses, 2020 dates, 2-day advanced courses, okay? Get all that set up in your calendar. That's all you need to do to be active in the program. And then step number 6, I'm going to add one. Start engaging on the membership forum, the Facebook forum. Start talking to the members. Start asking them questions. Start sharing thoughts. Start engaging with them. Ask them for feedback. Post copywriting. Post videos. Ask for feedback. Stay in compliance with the guidelines. And go for it. Okay? That is your program. I hope you're excited by it. We'll be working together for quite some time. You got a lot of us on the team here. If you ever want to submit videos to us, to Les, to Kevin Harrington, and like that, we're all on the team. We're all here to mentor and help you. So you can send anything that you'd like. And you know how to reach us on Skype. You know how to reach us on email. You could also reach me on Facebook Messenger. I do check my Messenger messages every couple days. Don't expect super fast responses, but if for some reason you're not reaching us, which is very odd, you've got all of our Skypes, you've got our mentorship email address, you've even got our general email address, Rockstar Service, which is a whole different team of ours internally in case you can't get in touch. If for some reason you're really not reaching out to us or reaching us, find me on Facebook and reach out directly to me on Facebook, okay? We've got tons of people overviewing everything. All right. My love to each and every one of you. We can't wait to get going. Get your assessments done. Let's get the first call scheduled. We'll start getting this done over the next 30 days. Plan that you're going to do your call probably in December, maybe even into January, your Jumpstart call. And then we just start rocking from there. In 2020, we want it to be your best year ever. Remember, I'll say it again. This program requires you to activate and initiate. You must initiate, reach out, engage, go watch the videos, apply things, test things. Very, very, very important that you are active. If you disengage, you will get nothing from the program. We will not be responsible for your results if you disengage. So just stay engaged and active, and you'll love it, okay? All right, big kisses mwah, to everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Our love to you, and we look forward to seeing you in all the events, on the calls, on the group calls, on the forum, anywhere you need to be, okay? All right, I love to you guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.